What's up, Sports Talk Detroit? My name's Craig, and in this video, I want to talk to you about some takeaways, some of the encouraging things that we saw from Michigan's season opening win against the Buffalo Bulls. It's hard to say Buffalo Bulls, isn't it? You want to say Buffalo Bills so bad, but they're the Buffalo Bulls. And this team was no joke, people. I want you to my first thing I want to tell you is calm down. People are like, why didn't we dominate them? This is a team that is picked to win the MAC, and I know you can say, oh, it's the MAC. Well, they're picked to win the MAC, and they have 9 seniors on this team. This is a good basketball team. They are going to give people some problems. I will be shocked if this team loses more than 5 games this year and doesn't make it to the NCAA tournament. I truly think they will, and I think they're going to upset someone. This could be a round of 32, possibly even Sweet 16 team. But this video isn't about the Buffalo Bulls. It's about your Michigan Wolverines, and I have 5 or 6 takeaways that I want to go through with you from this game that I loved. And the first one is we got our 2 5-star freshmen are for real. Caleb Houstan and Moussa Diabate played a good game. They played within the offense. They emphasized their strengths. Juwan Howard put them in a good position to emphasize their strengths and minimize their weaknesses. Caleb Houstan, we'll start with him. I think he was 4 for 7 from the field, hit 50%, 2 for 4 from downtown, ended with 11 points, 6 rebounds. He did the little things, he did the big things. I think there were times he looked tentative with his shot and other times where he looked absolutely confident. Late in the game as they were getting close, he drilled a huge 3 from the top of the key that we absolutely needed. He played big time minutes, and there's a reason why. He plays in a way that's so much smoother than his age as a freshman. He's not going to wow you with his athletic ability, but he has the length, he has the size, and the talent to play solid, good basketball all year for us, and he's only going to get better. Moussa Diabate, dang. Dude can jump, he's athletic, and he is going to be a defensive nuisance for people. He came in 16 minutes, I think he played 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, and one of them was absolutely crazy. The guard dribbled into the lane, went to hit a floater over him. He's looking at him face to face. You know how hard it is to block someone who can see you coming? That is an impressive block when you get up higher and have more length than they were expecting when they saw you coming. And it was against a senior, so I'm happy about that. On offense, Moussa at times looked lost. He did, and wasn't sure what to do, and I think part of that was all the seniors that were playing on the other side. This is a good Buffalo team, but he's only going to grow. It's the first game. His athletic ability was really good, and I thought Juwan Howard did a good job getting him minutes, even though you know Hunter Dickinson is going to get the bulk of the minutes at the 5, so Moussa played a lot of 4 as well. Number 2 takeaway, this team is very young, but they're old at the same time, and you saw both. You saw them come out of the gates firing and doing well. They have a 15-point lead going into halftime, and then they let off the gas pedal way too early. That is the sign of a young team. But then they continued to hold Buffalo at bay. I don't think it ever got closer than 6 points. It felt like Buffalo was down 10 the entirety of the second half, and we hit big shots when we needed to hit big shots, and I think a lot of that comes from their coach, who remained calm the whole time. Juwan Howard loves competition. He's a good coach. He thrives in it, and he doesn't panic. You don't see a panic face on him. You just don't. He stays cool. He knows he had the better team, and he just stayed cool, and the team followed suit. And it helps when you have guys like Dickinson, when you have guys like Brooks, who are just going to help you. 6th-year senior, Eli Brooks is going to be helpful when it comes to that, and that is good as well. Next one that I want to talk about is Hunter Dickinson. Oh my goodness. I know he can look gumpy at times, and he looks slow, and he likes to flex and does all this stuff, and his big thing was putting his hand down after he'd scored today, saying they're too small for me. He can sometimes get a little too much trash talk going for me, but he is a man playing amongst boys. His ability to get over his right shoulder and shoot the left-handed baby hook and just finish with the left is absolutely insane. We see that little catch, and not really floater, kind of a half floater in the lane that he's kind of added to his game this year. I still want to see that mid-range game and that three-point shot. If he can do that, he will be unstoppable. But still, 27 points, 6 rebounds in just over 30 minutes. I'll take it. I'll take that. Takeaway number 4, could shooting be a problem? These can't all be positive. They can't all be positive. I think we need to ask ourselves, will we have enough shooting on this team? When you have Dickinson and Diabate in at the same time, you have two guys that flat can't shoot the three. Isaiah Livers is gone from this team. Wagner is gone from this team. We are losing shooting. The question is, can Houstan and Brooks carry the load with the shooting, and can the other guys come around enough that we can keep the the floor spaced? We are going to be the biggest team most nights. The question is, can we have good floor spacing? Can a guy like Brandon Johns Jr. shoot at a good enough clip, 35, 40% from three, that people have to respect him? Will he make people pay for sagging off him? It's players like that. Terrence Williams, will he get a high three-point percentage this year? Jones at the point guard position, will we have another freshman step up and shoot well enough? Because right now we didn't see a lot of three-point shooting outside of 2 or 3 guys on this team. I'm worried that could be a problem. Number 5, defensive lapses. I understand Buffalo's a good team, and they run, and they run, and they run, but we had a hard time allowing people to get to the lane. A lot of them were just crazy shots that Buffalo was making, I'll admit, but there were other times where we just flat had lapses defensively. You expect some of that early on in the season with a young team like Michigan is. Question is, can we get that shored up? Because we have the interior defense that is going to be lethal with Dickinson and Diabate protecting the rim. And then my last takeaway is a combination of 2 things. You have a ton of talent for days. We've seen that, but also you have guys like Williams. Can I just start calling him the junkyard dog? He won that game in the second half. You want to talk about an improvement? I really struggled when he was on the floor last year, but he hit a big 3. He played great defensively, was getting big rebounds, and was just playing with a heart and a swagger that you absolutely love. Every good team needs one of those guys. Can he continue to be that guy throughout the year for Michigan that just brings the lunch pail and goes to work every single night? Overall, you should be happy with this first game from Michigan, at least the first televised game. I got to watch the highlights from the Wayne State game, but how much can you tell from a Division II game? You should be happy with this game for Michigan. They showed that they can score. They showed that they can play defense. Especially in the first half, let's put it that way. And they showed that they have the talent that we hoped that they would. This is a good team, and they should be fun to watch this year. Tell me what you think. Strengths, weaknesses? Let me hear your take, Michigan fans.